Hello friends, my name is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Please make yourself comfy. Also, Happy New Year. It's 2020, brand new decade. Whoa. I hope you all had a fun New Year's Eve that was full of hope and you probably regret. But now that that's done, we can look forward to a new year, 2020, and a brand new decade. Wow. We have a lot of things to look forward to in 2020. We got the Olympics, we got lots of probably Barbara Walter memes, but also we're finally getting a film adaptation of In the Heights. I love this show so much. It's the first Tony Awards performance I remember seeing. I saw Lynn play Usnavi when the tour came through Los Angeles almost 10 years ago. My brother did a production of In the Heights a couple years ago and I lived vicariously through him the whole summer. I have a series on my channel where I try to explain the plots of musicals that are maybe a bit more complicated. This plot is not that complex to me, but in case you need a refresher, or maybe you're too lazy to get on Wikipedia, or you're just very excited and like, I want to talk about it so bad, then I got you. Keep watching. But also, if you like pop culture and Broadway videos, you should subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell because I make videos about both of those things every Wednesday. Wow, what a concept. Today, I'm going to explain the plot of In the Heights for all of you. The first thing we see is a guy named Graffiti Pete, doing, graffiti. But then Usnavi chases him off because like he's about to vandalize his really cute bodega. So then Usnavi introduces like everyone else on the block, kind of gives me the, the vibes of like, that like one like opening song from Beauty and the Beast, but it has rapping. Nina, who's a friend of Usnavi, comes home from studying at Stanford for a year, but plot twist, she dropped out because she lost her scholarship because her grades sucked because she was working 2 jobs to try to like pay for her textbooks, but no one knows that. She runs into Benny, who works for Nina's dad, and he's like, how you doing, sweet thing? And Nina's like, well. Meanwhile, Vanessa, who like works at the salon, she like kind of like, looks at her entire life living in this neighborhood. She's like, forget this neighborhood, I'm gonna go and create a better life for myself. Checks my notes, 9 miles away. That is right, 9 miles. I really did Google this stuff because she was like, let's blow this popsicle stand, I'm moving to the West Village, which I was like, what is that? And then I looked it up, it is 9 miles. Listen, on paper that sounds insane, but if you're like me and you live in LA, 9 miles takes an hour and a half to drive on a Wednesday night. So yes, moving 9 miles is like starting your life over. But Usnavi has a really big crush on her, like this is early 2000s and I am like destined to marry Justin Timberlake, like that kind of crush. So Usnavi, a 20-something, goes to his cousin, a teenager, and asks him, listen, I really like this woman, we are both adults, please go ask her out on behalf of my 20-something butt. And Sunny does exactly that. He goes up to Vanessa and asks on behalf of Usnavi, and she said yes, which is like, oh, okay, I mean, I probably would not have done that. And then Usnavi's like really happy, but then all of a sudden it's like, the dread of the future hits and he's like, what if Vanessa forgets about me and the entire community when she moves a whole 9 miles away? Usnavi, you're in your 20s, don't talk about like your life is over when you're 24. So Nina finds her parents and she tells them, so I dropped out. It be like that sometimes. So Kevin, her dad, is taking it really hard because he feels like he can't really provide for his family, when actually it's because of the rapidly increasing cost of tuition and how scholarships and loans and post-grad life can kind of like make everything seem kind of classist, but that's like a whole other video for, another time. So then Nina goes to the salon and she tries to vent to Carla and Daniela, who both own the salon. So then they're like, let's fill that empty void with makeup and gossip, which like, same. But then Nina's like, no fam, for real, I dropped out. So Usnavi closes up the bodega for the day and he and Sunny and Benny and Graffiti Pete find out that the bodega sold a winning lotto ticket for $96,000. Which like watching that as a 14-year-old, I was like, that's a lot of money. And now as a 25-year-old with a lot of student loans, I'm like, that's a lot of money. So then the whole neighborhood shares what they would do with that winning lottery ticket, and it ranges from, I'm gonna go to business school and I'm going to fix every problem in the world, from racism to immigration to giving computers to like kids who can't afford it, to I'm blowing it all on a block party. Well, Vanessa then halts the entire song and she's like, well, I'm gonna get out of here in case you all didn't know. And Usnavi's like, we get it. Abuela Claudia, who's like the matriarch of this neighborhood, so she's by herself, and then you find out that she actually won the winning lotto ticket after years of poverty and struggling. So she's like, joke's on y'all, you thought patience and faith got you nowhere, but here I am. Nina and Benny are hanging out and Nina's like, my life is over, I've blown it, I shall spend the rest of my life as a hermit. And then Benny's like, yo, you have so much potential, you got this, and also I'm gonna try to impress your dad tonight because I really do have the hots for you. So then Piragua guy in like a totally separate scene like totally pops in and he's like, I'm trying to sell all these gosh dang Piraguas, but I gotta compete with a literally plain vanilla Mr. Softy. So like half of the neighborhood is at Nina and her parents' house, and then Kevin decides to make a, you know, announcement. It's like very chill, you know, very casual and chill, but he sold his entire business to pay for Nina's education. Benny was like, so I had always dreamed of running your business one day. What the heck, man? Kevin's like, well, this is awkward, but my business was a family business and you're not family, so get wrecked. By the way, this decision was made within hours of the Rosarios finding out that Nina dropped out. The entire Act 1 happens in a day. So meanwhile, Usnavi and Vanessa are like on their date, they're at the club, but like Usnavi is like too shy to ask Vanessa to dance. So what does Vanessa do? She then dances with other guys to make Usnavi jealous, and so then what does Usnavi do? Usnavi dances with a girl he's never met, and he couldn't ask Vanessa to dance with him, but he totally has the courage to like dance with other women that he's never met before in his entire life, but go off. Then also Nina and Benny make it to the club, and Nina is telling Benny like, listen, I'm so sorry, my dad is like, I mean, he's like, he has the intentions are there, but like, you know, he doesn't really like, you know, thanks through, you know what I mean? And Benny is like, thanks, but no thanks. The entire neighborhood loses power because of the heat and everything goes berserk. So everyone's trying to run home or trying to find shelter. Sunny and Graffiti Pete are like, we need to protect Usnavi's store and create some light in the neighborhood so everyone could go home. Let's fire off some explosives, aka fireworks. So Usnavi finds Abuela Claudia and she's like, I'm good. Also, by the way, I won the lottery. So Benny and Nina eventually find each other again in this blackout, but for some reason, after they were arguing, they kissed under fireworks. Don't know if the fireworks were related, don't know why I threw that in there, but it happened. Act 1, done. Boom, intermission, Act 2. So Nina and Benny spend the night together, and then like Nina ends up in his shirt, which is like, heyo. And they're like arguing. What's that? Never heard of that before. Usnavi finds out that his bodega was robbed and looted during the blackout. He goes to Abuela Claudia and he's like, dang, this really sucks. So she suggests that they split the $96,000 between her, Usnavi, and Sunny, which after taxes and divided into thirds, that means each person takes home approximately $24,000, which honestly, I got like student loans still, and like $24,000 would like, you know, really help out a lot. So Nina and Benny return to Rosario's and they're like, where were you? We have been worried sick. And then Nina's like, so good news, I'm alive, I'm safe. I was in, you know, shelter. I was like sheltered throughout the night, so it's good. But also I spent the night at Benny's house. So Kevin gets this news and he's like, so then Kevin just decides to pick a fight with Benny, and then Nina's mom, Camila, comes in and she's like, y'all better work things out because you are both, let me check my notes, adults. So the neighborhood is still reeling from this blackout that happened the night before, which by the way, it's still going on in the day. So the whole neighborhood is bummed, but then like Daniela pops in and she's like, let's fill that empty void with a party. So they party and then record scratch. Usnavi appears again and then he's like, sup, I don't mean to be a downer, but I have decided in light of the blackout and my entire business getting robbed that I'm moving to the Dominican Republic tomorrow. So both Vanessa and Sunny are really upset, but Usnavi goes to Sunny and he's like, yo, listen, chill, you have $24,000, you'll be fine. Also, Abuela Claudia won the lottery. So, and then Usnavi's like, let's party like it's 1999. Because of this one blackout, our entire lives and everything has changed completely forever. Then record scratch, Kevin pops in and he's like, so, don't mean to be a downer, but Abuela Claudia passed away. So Usnavi holds an impromptu memorial, and then Nina and Usnavi go through pictures of Nina's childhood that Abuela Claudia kept. And because of that, because Abuela Claudia was like so dedicated to like Nina getting a really good education, Nina was like, I have decided I am going back to Stanford and I shall keep a long distance relationship with Benny so that I may spend another 3 years learning alongside rich kids with 2 first names. So Vanessa finds out that Usnavi convinced Danielle to co-sign on Vanessa's new apartment. So Vanessa decides to thank him and also like flirt with him a little bit by bringing him a bunch of champagne. So then Vanessa's like, look, I'm really sorry, I was done before, but I didn't realize you were like so obviously into me and also really wanted me to stay. So do you want to stay? Maybe, please. Usnavi's like, I'm good. Oh, but then update on Piragua guy, you find out that he is actually living his best life because Mr. Softy's truck broke down and he can't really get it repaired because like the power is still out, so it's like doesn't really have like all the tools that he needs. So Piragua guy is like thriving and making like a ton of, you know, selling Piraguas again. So the next morning, Usnavi is like, well, this entire neighborhood is gonna change because of one night with one blackout. But I mean, also the matriarch of the neighborhood died, and like I shouldn't make a joke about that, but like he really has a point. But Sen and Graffiti Pete were like, hey, surprise, actually we did a little something to your bodega. Think of it as like extreme makeover bodega edition. So then they revealed that Graffiti Pete, you know, did graffiti, but he created a mural of Abuela Claudia. So Usnavi has an epiphany and he's like, actually, JK, I'm staying here. I still have the hots for Vanessa and I like want to share the stories of my family and my family's history to the entire block. After gentrification probably wipes out my entire neighborhood because I don't want my bodega to turn into some place that sells fresh squeezed juice. Gross. Okay, he didn't say that last part, but like we could all assume that was, you know, probably a goal of his, to be quite honest. And that is the entire plot of In the Heights. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, be quiet. Let me know, what are you most excited about in regards to, you know, In the Heights, the movie? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, also please be sure to share it with all of your In the Heights loving friends. Make sure you're subscribed to me and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I make a brand new video. I make new videos every Wednesday. You can find me on my social media down below. I will see you all next time. Bye!